What is going on, shrimp keepers? This is Rob with flipaquatics.com. And today we are having coffee, which, speaking of coffee, just found mine. We're talking about the new building. I don't even remember the last time I've been live. It's been a little while, to say the least. So I was like scattering to remember how to do everything. We got some people here. We got Priscilla, Dale Deemer, Jay Wilson, Wildflower Aquatics, River Life is here, Rack. Emma is actually Wildflower Aquatics. Kyle's here. Chillerish, Aquatics, John Stone, a ton of people in here. So glad you guys decided to join me today. I'm probably going to try to keep these episodes to about 30 minutes. I just want to talk a little bit about the new building, answer some questions that you guys have. Jordan's in the house. Alluring Bettas, just saw him. Sunshine Aquatics. Good morning, everybody. I know it's technically still morning. It's 10:30 here on the East Coast. I think this is a pretty good time because the West Coast is just waking up. It gives people something to listen to during their morning grind, and it's hump day. I mean, what's a better day than Wednesday? And so we got a lot to talk about today. I'm more than happy to answer any of your guys' questions. Already, Sully, any plans with the tank at the back? And so I'm guessing you're talking about this monster. And if you are, there's tons of plans for it. There's tons of stuff going on with that tank. I'm actually doing a video about it tomorrow. I had to shoot it today, though. John Stone reminds me of Jon Snow. How live are you? Put your hands up. Pretty live. I think there is a little bit of a delay just to make sure the quality was really good. But River Life, he just featured Priscilla in his newest video. And so that's really cool. So it's cool to see the community all come together, which I actually have my fish tube shirt on. Maybe you can see it. Yep, right there. And all that. And so, yeah, so there's tons of good stuff going on. But let's talk about the new building. I actually just got off the phone with the landlord of the building. We're starting construction today. They're actually putting up the walls. They're going to insulate real good. And this is all in the main area, the lobby. We got some big changes going on there, which I'll do a more detailed video coming up probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably do a short video for the channel members. And yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So I'm excited that it's already underway. There's already things going on. And it's going to be interesting. You guys are going to like this. Well, you might not like this. Oh, Ollie Taylor's in the house. He says, I'm at work. Don't get me in trouble, bro. Yeah, so I'll try not to get you in trouble, Ollie. Jay Wilson got a message deleted. He must have been being bad. Yeah, he was being pretty bad. He was being ornery. He did ask about my panther, which if you guys didn't know this story, this came from Guatemala. I actually got this outside of Tikal, which is just an amazing place. I do have a video on that. I'll be showing that sometime soon. Well, that's my buddy. Anyway, back to what we were talking about, which I kind of forget. So we'll just keep moving on. I remember now. So check this out. Well, it's really not a good thing. It's kind of a freaky thing. It freaked my wife out a little bit. So in the last video we did, talked about the new building, talked about what we're doing, shot different scenes from different places. And one of the scenes was in the basement. When we were in the basement, there's these little, they call them, I guess, orbs. These little orbs like going around the screen, and they're supposed to be like spirits. Now it's very, very possible. It's actually, I believe it was dust, but somebody did email me about them, and they're like, hey, like, we saw these orbs in your video, just want to let you know what they're all about. And so I just listened to what they had to say. They sent me a video about it. And so their advice was to spend the night in the building, which sounds freaky. And they're just like, you just need to make sure this place isn't haunted. And I do believe in angels. I do believe in demons. And so like haunting, I guess, is possible in my mind. I just kind of ignore the spiritual realm. I just kind of do my own thing and pray to God and all that good stuff. I kind of ignore spirits and all that, ghosts and crazy stuff. So anyway, we were telling my mother-in-law about this, and she's like a haunted house fanatic. Like, she loves that kind of stuff. And so she was like, we should spend the night there. I'm like, what? Like Amanda's like, you guys are crazy. And she's like, yeah, we should do an 8-hour live stream. It starts at 10 p.m. and goes till 6 a.m. And we would stay in the basement of this building. And that way we would know, like, is this place haunted? Do these spirits or orbs not want us there? And granted, I'm just saying all this stuff. I don't necessarily believe or agree with any of this. I'm just saying it. And so there is a potential that we are going to be staying in the building overnight just to kind of see like what is going on down there. If there are spirits down there, are they bad? Are they good? And just kind of get a feel of it. Because after spending a night in there, like you're gonna know like whether that place is super haunted or not haunted. And so it's gonna be interesting. But let me see what everyone's saying. Jordan did say he does believe in orbs, and yeah, so it's crazy. Priscilla said I don't look sleepy for once, and I have a voice. Thank you, Priscilla. Yeah, I'm not sleepy today. I literally got my coffee. This thing I fill it up every day. When I first get to work, this is the first thing that I do. Oh, Ollie Taylor said, dude, you will 100% have someone prank you and rock up. Wait, what? Oh, now I miss it. Where is it? Rock up dressed as ghost. Yeah, you're probably right. Amanda and her dad and her brother will probably come prank us, and it'll be pretty funny. But how do you guys feel about an 8-hour live stream in the basement of the building? Probably no lights on, like just like experiencing it. Oh. Yeah, so it would be a crazy kind of experience, but hey, like it is what it is. I do see some members in here. We got GBR Aquatics. That's pretty cool how they show the member icon. So thank you, GBR, for becoming a member. He said, I have a question. If I was to create my own website and start selling some fish here and there, since I have no local stores, would I have to go and register myself as a business? So that's actually a really good question. I'll try to keep the answers short so we can stay on track. That's a good question for like next week when it's just us and the members talking. But I will answer it now. So you could just set it up as like a sole proprietorship, which you really wouldn't have to go get a business license. You could just run it through your personal taxes. Any sales you would have to record as personal income. Any expenses you would have to record as write-offs. The best thing to do is just set up your own or different bank account that all the business expenses and income come through that. That way it's really easy for you to track at the end of the year, or else you'd have to be like really on top of your books to make sure you know what's personal, what's business, and all that kind of stuff. But yes, it is possible for you to set up a website and just claim it under your personal taxes instead of registering yourself as a business. Although I do recommend registering yourself as a business. But anyway, so some people said they would watch the live stream if we did an 8-hour ghost encounter. Rob goes from Flip Aquatics to Ghost Aquatics. that is true. Flip Aquatics ... Ghost Hunters Edition. Sunshine Aquatics says that. Yeah, so it would be quite the experience. But you gotta live a little. You gotta see what's going on. My thought is I'm such a positive person. The guys swear that the building here that we're in is haunted. I've slept here like 1,000 times, probably not 1,000. I probably slept here like 100 times and spent the night. And when I first slept here, like I was scared to death, just being honest. Like I locked the door. I was stuck in my office, like with a couch, and I slept there. but after that, I kind of like ventured out. Then I was in the lobby, like sleeping in there, and it all worked out good. And like I feel like if you're as positive as they come, like ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Like I'm feeling like my positivity could rub off on some bad spirits. Like I don't know, like no one really knows until you're dead. But I'm thinking that I could definitely rub off on some bad spirits and make them more positive. But hey, we'll see. We'll see when we do an 8-hour live stream in the basement of the new building. Thunderball Aquatics, $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. He said, was so much fun hanging out in Dallas. Thanks. You're welcome. Dallas Aquashella was an absolute blast. I had an amazing time. Now I will say that I was extremely exhausted. I was tired. Like I was sleeping like 4 hours a night. Like it was absolutely brutal. But at the same time, it was 100% worth it. 100% worth it. Jester's Aquarium says, first live stream for me, just saying, hey, dropping a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Looks like Jay Wilson's leaving, so we'll see you, Jay. Thank you for joining the stream, and really appreciate all the advice you gave me the other day about Geo, which we could talk about that later. But yeah, thank you guys for the super chats. Really do appreciate that. If you guys do, my big goal is I want to get 1,000 members, which sounds crazy. And I know there's going to be some hate with that. My big thing is like I have huge visions. Like we're doing this new building. I truly want to change the hobby. I want to be able to have a space like we'll talk about the gallery. I want to have a space where I can educate people on shrimp keeping. I can get back to shrimp keeping myself and like start breeding stuff and enjoying it. I can have YouTubers from around the world come in and scape tanks like George Farmer or Mike from Aqua Pros and just like really experience it. Even people like Ollie, which is a really good friend of mine, like have him up to scape a tank. And then it's just like everyone can have a little piece of the gallery, like a little part of it. And it just isn't Flip Aquatics. It's like a community thing. And then I could bring influencers from around the world to show them inspiration. Like this is what we're doing. Here's some shrimp that we keep. This is a 125 gallon with orange-eyed blue tigers, like living, just breeding, going crazy. So there's some really cool potential. I truly have a passion, not only for this hobby, but I have a passion for the creators. That's why I'm so passionate about like FishTube and our booth and getting sponsors for other channels, helping them realize their value. Just because like a lot of these creators are introverts. I think that's how you say it. They really don't have the sense to like go out there and get it. And I like being that guy that like helps them learn and like enables them to do bigger and better things, enables them to like have their voice heard more than it is. And I'm just so passionate about that kind of stuff. And I think this building is a step in that direction. And also I have a passion for changing this hobby. And I feel like right now pet stores aren't able to get in healthy shrimp or the ones that do get it in, like there's not many. A lot of them are going through like the big wholesalers that don't really care about the shrimp. They just care about the money. And I really want to see those places succeed, because if they succeed, the retailers, if they succeed with shrimp, they're going to sell it more, which is only going to grow this hobby that I love. And I said in my video, like I've literally seen friends that have been going through things that like fish tanks saved their lives. Kang Lee, tons and tons of people. It's just crazy. Sergeant Tanks is another one. I actually met a guy in Dallas that came up to me and I didn't know his story when I met him. We took a picture together. He was super excited. Like all was great. I actually took the picture on my phone, texted to him, and he texted me later that night and he said, man, I just got to let you know, like it was great meeting you. It's just awesome what you're doing. His son ended up dying like the year or two before. And he was just all by himself. He was depressed. He was going through things. And he's like, honestly, like this community, fish tanks, like that is what keeps me going. That's what he said to me. And it's just like, it's such an eye opener every time you hear those stories, knowing that like what we're doing isn't just about money. It isn't just about the hobby. It isn't just about any one thing. It's about everything. It's about the multitude of areas that we're changing. And truly, like, it's funny to say, but we're really changing lives. Like, we're really doing it. And there's, like, just the community that we see here, like, blowing up chat. It's just awesome. Like, Ollie Taylor, a great, great guy, a personal, like, really good friend of mine. Like, I love the dude to death. Like, I would do anything for him. I wouldn't know him if it wasn't for YouTube. Like I just wouldn't. And that's the kind of relationships that you build by being a part of this community. And so I just love it. So speaking of Ollie, he did drop a $5 super chat. What a guy. He said, still think you should float the idea of sponsoring gallery tanks as members of the community. Got to make the London sponsored tank happen. Listen, Ollie, you got your tank no matter what, man. I want you and Laura to be a part of it. But yeah, we could talk more about that. I just love Ollie. He's such a great guy. So huge shout out to Ollie and Laura, two of our favorite people in the entire world. And we really, really appreciate you guys. Devin said, where's the retail store going to be located? So we're not releasing the location of the new building just yet. We want to make sure that we got more things in place. We got to get our insurance, everything like that. And then we'll release where it's going to be. But as far as a retail location, are we actually opening a retail location? Everyone wants to know it. Everyone's asking the question. And I said in my last video that we're not. But I am kind of considering it. I don't want a full-blown retail location. What I'm thinking is we're going to have the gallery, which is going to have a ton of breeding tanks in it. There's going to be a ton going on. Like there's so much room over there. I think the gallery alone is 1,700 square feet, something like that, which is, I mean, that's a pretty sizable space. And so what I was thinking is maybe like once a week on a Saturday or once a month, we'll open up for a weekend and make it like more of like a meet and greet. Like come hang out with us. Like we're gonna have donuts and coffee. You know, we're gonna have some donuts and coffee. God, love your coffee. And just hang out and like if anybody wants anything, like of course they could buy it. But I definitely don't want to. I really don't want to staff the people for a retail location. I feel like it would distract me from my ultimate goal. And oh, we just got a new member. David Dayton just joined membership. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate that. And that does remind me one thing that I did want to tell you guys. I'm going to do morning or coffee with Flip. I think I'm calling it coffee with Flip. I'm going to do a new episode every single week. I'm going to try to do it every Wednesday at 10:30. And then every other week will be for everyone. So like you guys can all join, like there's no restrictions whatsoever. And then the opposite week, I'm going to do it with just members. So that way people can get their answer or their questions heard. They can get their voice heard. They can have more of a one-on-one relationship with me. I'm telling you, like, I think it's going to, at the beginning, it will probably be like me and like 4 people, maybe even me and just one person. Who knows? I might be sitting there talking to myself. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, so it will be a lot of fun. But David, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. I really do appreciate that. And so that's like, it's such a sensitive topic to ask people to join your channel for money. Like it's such a weird concept. And honestly, the reason we're doing it isn't for money at all. Like it really isn't for the money. What it is it's for the commitment. Like it takes a ton of sacrifice to do what I do every day. You know, it takes balancing, you know, my marriage. It takes balancing my friendships. It takes balancing, you know, everything that goes on in my life. It takes balance. And I sacrifice a lot. I mean, you can talk to my wife. There's days that she's like, I wish you cared about our marriage as much as you do the business. Which for me, it's a reality check. Like there's so many aspects of my life, you know, my relationship with God, my relationship with my friends, my relationship with my family, my relationship with my wife, like my business career, like all these things have to balance in perfect unison to like make sense. And honestly, like I sacrifice a ton for this business and this dream that I have because I feel like it was given to me by God. Like I have this huge vision of where I'm going, what I'm doing, and like I'm really gonna like blow this thing up and like really like change not only lives of people in this community, but like listen, I'll tell you the honest to God truth. I don't care about money. Like if I had no money tomorrow, like I'd be just as happy as I am today. Like money means nothing to me. What's fun for me is business. And what is more fun for me is seeing change. Like I love seeing change. Like I can't wait. Like my goal in 50 years, like I'm going to have so much money that I'm going to be able to go to these people that have dreams, like whether they want to go and be a missionary in Africa or they want to start a church in Europe or wherever, like Guatemala, or like I can go and like, you know, just give these people money, bless their vision, because there were people that believed in me when I had a vision. And that's how I got to where I am. People have to believe in you. And so the channel membership is literally just asking people to get behind me, believe in what I'm doing, and let's change this thing together. Like that's it. And I just see like the members are just rolling in. So thank you guys so much. I don't know how to see what people's names are now that they didn't. Oh, okay, there we go. Chair, thank you so much for the membership. Martin Cruz, thank you so much for the super chat, $1 super chat. Priscilla, thank you for the membership. Brian's Fish Tanks, huge thank you. Ollie Taylor, Quaid Aquatics. I think it's how you say it. I'm sorry, Quaid Aquatics. You got to correct me. But yeah, so like, listen, I truly believe in change. Like, and it starts with people like you and me. Like, when I was younger, and I'm sorry I'm getting on a little bit of a tangent. When I was younger, I truly believed that there was like this invisible ceiling over my head. Like I thought I was so limited. Like my parents really never had money. I'll never really have money. Like, I'm going to try, like, if I build a business that, I make like, $40,000 a year, like I'm doing really good. Like, I just set my standards so low. And the truth is, like, the reason people do that is just because they believe that, like, there is this ceiling that they can't go any farther. But once you realize that, like, your possibilities are completely endless, like, any single one of you in chat, any single one of you can make the decision right now that you are going to chase after this dream. You don't care if you fail. You don't care what happens. Like, you're going to go after it 1,000,000%. And I guarantee, like, once you realize your potential, like, you guys are going to change everything. Like, this is the start of, like, world changers, in my opinion. Like, this is how it begins. Like, it just blows my mind. I love it. I get so passionate about it. I get so hyped up about it because I truly want to see people change. I want to see the community change. I want to see the hobby change. Like, I just want to see this world change. And it starts small. Like, this may look like a huge plan, but, like, where I see this all going, like, this is small. Like, this is small potatoes. Like, my wife and employees and my family and the investors, like, everyone's like, do you really think that we need this building? Like, you've been doing so much, you've been expanding, you've been doing this, and maybe just slow down. It's like, no, like, I'm 1,000,000% like going in the direction that I know I'm supposed to go in. I'm going to chase after it. And you know what? If I do this and I fail and the business goes away and, like, everything collapses, like, that was God's plan. I'm cool with that. But I do know that this is God's plan that I chase after it. And everyone else just, you get on board and follow along. Like, this is going to be the journey that's going to be so fun. And so, yeah, like, I could talk all day about this stuff. I get so freaking hyped up. Unfiltered Aquarius, thank you so much for becoming a member. Jess Shrimp Granny. I love that name. I love that name. Jess Shrimp Granny. That is the best name ever. Thank you so much for signing up. Sunshine Aquatics, thank you for joining the team. You guys are awesome. And listen, like, we are going to make a difference. I promise you. Like, I know here's another thing. Failure. What does it mean to fail? Like, what does it mean to actually fail? In my honest opinion, the only time that someone fails is when they quit. Like, if you never quit, you never failed. Like, you're just pushing in that direction, and every little speed bump is just like, oh, like, might have slowed me down for a second, or maybe I wasn't supposed to go that direction. Maybe I took a wrong turn. Like, whatever it is, like, you never fail unless you quit. So many people fail in life because they quit. And how sad is that? Like that's so sad. Or, like, so many people are afraid to even start because, they have a family, they have a great job, like, all these things. But at the end of the day, like, you just have to decide, like, is it really worth it? Like, no amount of money can buy my happiness. I am happy every single day because I love what I do. And even when I was starting this business, like, you don't even talk about this kind of stuff. When I started this business, I was working a full-time job and I was coming here after work, working a full-time job here, and then sleeping on the couch, waking up in the morning with enough time to go home, get a quick shower, go to work. Like, that was my life. That's what it takes. Like, that's what dreams are built off. And the employees make fun of me now. Just because they're like, oh, you got a cushy job. Like, you just sit in your office and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, I do. But, like, I killed myself to get where I'm at. And I'm still killing myself to take us to the next step. And so, like, it never stops. And it's such a grind. But, like, if you're passionate about something, like my encouragement to you this morning, like, with our coffee this morning, coffee with Flip, like, we're going to go after it. And that's my challenge for all of you. Like, if you have a dream, like, what are you waiting for? Like, do it. Like, get it. Go after it. Don't quit, because if you quit, you fail. So don't quit. I always say, like, there's redirection. So, like, maybe I started my business as breeding shrimp, but it ended up taking me in a direction that I import shrimp, and hopefully it'll take me in another direction that I breed shrimp again. Like, that's my hope. And so, like, there's, like, these little, like, courses, like, direction changes that you have to do, but, like, never just quit. Never just quit. So, guys, thank you so much for everything you've done. All the members that just joined today, you guys are awesome. We're going to do more of these episodes, and we're not wrapping up yet because I got on a little bit of a tangent. I missed some questions, I'm sure. But yeah, I get so hyped up. Like, it just, I mean, obviously it excites me. Like, I don't know. I love it. So JH Aquatics, Joseph in the house. Joseph, you are just a great guy, man. He helped out so much with the fish tube booth. He's just I see Joseph doing some real big things in this community in the next couple of years. Just absolutely love the guy. He said the hustle is real, and it's true. Like it is a hustle, but it's work. Like it's work, and that's what it takes. And so, David Dayton, thank you for being a member. He said the membership, though, you're great at what you're doing. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Erickson said, wow, I feel you, bro, from the Philippines. So a real cool, well, not, I mean, I guess it's not a cool story. My cousin, he's one that really like put the passion inside of me to really like chase after this. My cousin was younger than me. He was 2 years younger than me. I don't know if I ever shared the story, but I guess I'll share it with you guys today. He was just a great guy. Like he just like anytime you saw him, he had the Bible in his hand. Like he was just like chasing after what God called him to do, like 100%. Like he was going to go and be the hands and feet of God and just change the world. So he's just an awesome guy. He was actually in the Philippines, just doing his thing and just sharing the love for people, or sharing his love to people, like the love of Jesus and all that great stuff. And he ended up getting they say he got killed, or they say he died on accident. Like he was apparently like climbing a tower and then he slipped and fell. But you really can't trust that stuff. So what I believe and what my whole family believes is that he was murdered in the Philippines. He just a whole bunch of stuff happened from that. It's a really sad thing, but like how beautiful is it that somebody chased their dream? They did exactly what they were called to do and they died doing it. Like what a great death. And so like I look back on his life. He died at the age like 23. And in 23 years, like what a difference he made. And so like I always remind myself of what he did and what I need to do, because like, you never know, like I could die tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I left like as big of an impact on this hobby, on this community as physically possible. And so I know it's kind of a sad story, but at the same time, like it's such a great story. Like kudos to Dylan. He really just chased after it and did what he was called to do. And that is just a beautiful thing. Jeff, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Really appreciate those coming in. You guys are awesome. Alluring Bettas, Jordan said, I needed to hear this coming from you. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Jordan. And Jordan's a great guy too. Like what an awesome guy. Go check out Alluring Betas. And Candy, thank you so much for putting all the things, or the links in the chat. I really do appreciate that. But Jordan, just one of those guys that like awesome to meet. The guy's a flight attendant. He travels the world, does his thing. Like he's literally seeing everything. So I love that too. Like just going and seeing. Sunshine Aquatics says, when I met Rob at Aquashell, I knew right away is he was a genuine person with a kind soul who speaks from the heart. Well, thank you so much, Sunshine Aquatics, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah, at the end of the day, like my goal. Like, listen, this is my goal in life, and I need to remind myself this, because when I set out, I got something in my eye. I'm not crying. I promise. I might be crying a little bit, but I do have something in my eye. When I set out on this journey to do this Flip Aquatics thing, do this Flip Aquatics journey, one thing I made a promise to myself, or like my number one goal in life was to genuinely listen to this. This is good. This is good. My goal in life was to genuinely love every single person I come in contact with. Genuinely love them. So it isn't like you're just like, oh yeah, I love you. You're a child of God. That kind of stuff. No, like I want to genuinely love everyone, even the people that hate me, because believe it or not, there are a decent amount of people that hate what I'm doing, that hate what I'm about. They say, oh, he gives bad information. Oh, he does this. Oh, he's selling sick shrimp. Oh, this, that, and the other. Like there's people that truly hate that, or they mistake my good actions for bad actions, and you're gonna have that. It happens. But the real challenge in life is loving those people, like, and really wishing good for them. Like it's so easy, like when someone wishes bad upon you, and you see, maybe their business failing, or their marriage failing, or things going bad in their life. It's really hard as a human being to be like, yes, like they got what they deserved. And like my goal in life is to look at those people and just be like, man, I love that person. Like that sucks what they're going through. Like I see people all the time that even people that are building shrimp businesses and trying to do what I'm doing, like, I'm like, yeah, like go after it. Like if you do what I do better and you take me out of business, like you deserve it. Like good for you. Like that's what it is. Like I'm happy for those people, or at least I try to be. I mean, I'm human. I get happy at the wrong things every once in a while, but like at the end of the day, like my goal is to truly love people. And so yeah, so it's good. Yeah, you know what? Jess Shrimp Granny said, Rob, you're so sensitive and real. I love it. Please tell Amanda. Jesse from AE 2018 says, oh, Jesse, that is awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll definitely tell Amanda. Hopefully she's listening. But Jesse, thank you so much. I am sensitive. I'm truly connected with how I feel, and I'm so passionate about it. And like, there's times where like I'm just sitting there and people are telling me a story that's heartfelt, and I'll just start crying, like because I want to like get on the same level that they're on and experience what they're going through. But yeah, so in wrapping up, is awesome. I'll answer one more question, just because I see one more. Quaid Aquatics says, random question, but do you have any really carbon blues or just blacks? Absolutely, we do. Flipaquatics.com. You can always find our shrimp there. I would say most of our carbon release are blue right now. They just come in that way. And yeah, so definitely check those out. Emma said, I'm so sorry to hear that happen, and you better live long enough for me to learn to drive so I can come visit you. Absolutely. That'd be awesome. Priscilla said, Rob has a vision, but most importantly, he has the greatest team behind him. That is so true. I don't give my team enough credit. I couldn't go on this journey without this team, without my wife, without everything that's going for me, like the people behind the scenes that believe in me. And again, like that's where channel membership comes in. Like I need a team of people behind me that are like, you got this. Like we believe in you. We believe in you so much that we're going to give you $4.99 a month. Like that's cool. Like that for me, like if you guys have never seen this video, I go Google it right now, or as soon as this is over, go Google. I don't know what it's called, but it's like there's one guy out there dancing. It's like a festival. It's like how movement happens or how a movement starts. And it's one random guy like just out there like, dancing in the middle of a concert, like outside. And then all of a sudden, like, 30 seconds go by and the dude just owning it, like just living it. And another guy runs out there and he starts dancing with them. And then all of a sudden, another guy runs out. Next thing you know, like everyone in the whole building or the whole yard is dancing. There's like 100, 200 people dancing. And like anyone that wasn't dancing before is now going over there because they don't want to miss out. And that's how movements happen. And that's what I want this to be. I want the few people that get on board now, all the people that in the chat that got on board, like everyone that gets on board now, we're just the beginning. And in a year from now, people are going to see where we're going and they're going to get on board. And hopefully in 10 years, we'll have everyone on board that like, if you're not quarantining your livestock, like you need to figure out a way to do it. Like, there's so much change. Like we're going to force these big companies that do things just for money to start thinking about the hobby and what they're doing. And so there's so much stuff. Priscilla just said, Rob is the bomb.com. Yes, that is true. I do say that a lot. I say everyone is the bomb.com. So Priscilla, you are the bomb.com. And yeah, so it's really exciting. Guys, love you all to death, honestly. You guys are awesome. Without you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So next week, we're going to do this at 10:30 on Wednesday. It will be members only. But we will be back the following week for everyone that just wants to watch this every other week. And we'll try to keep it to 30 minutes. I know this time we went a little bit over, not too much. And yeah, it's so awesome to just have people just get behind this vision that I have and this dream. And I'm excited to see how far this goes. Kang Lee in the chat too. Got to say good morning to my buddy. I'm going to post this stream probably in about 30 minutes. I'm going to do the title and it's got to upload and all that stuff. But this will be released on the channel if you guys missed any of it. But just absolutely love you guys. David said, can you recommend a shrimp that is really good at keeping the tank clean and reproducing? The best thing would be, that's tough. I mean, a mono shrimp, but they won't reproduce. Second best would probably be fantasy blues because those things are just bulletproof. Like they've been so good for us. But anyway, love you guys. I think you guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. And my big challenge today is like, don't let anything hold you back. Chase after your dream. Be a difference maker. Don't quit. Don't quit. Never quit. Just keep going. Make it happen. Believe in something and just own it. Get excited about it. Like that's my challenge, guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate anyone that decides to join this journey with us in a more member sense. But you know, everyone that's just here watching, thank you. Like without you guys, like this wouldn't happen. And so I love you guys to death. I know I've said it a million times. You guys make it a great Wednesday hump day, and I will talk to you guys next week. See you guys.